All right, welcome. So class has started now. We've just enjoyed a nice 10-minute conversation with everybody. So thank you for coming today. We're going to be talking about school subjects. So we need to talk about school subjects first. So first, I think it's been a long time since all of us have been to school. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, but I on and off to last year. I just finished last year. They don't allow me to get into the class anymore because it's ESL class, and it's just at the college, and it's something like because other students they are lower than me, so it's just some people not happy with because it's different level. That's why sometimes I distract another student. So they said I have to stop go to, but another class I have to pay. That's the reason I couldn't. Yeah, and I if I have to pay, I pay like more than double because I live out of state. I have to pay more than people who live in that state. That's why.
So, don't you live in Ohio or something?
No, I live in West Virginia.
Okay.
I go to the college in Maryland.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, that you probably lived near the border or something like that. So
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, very good. So that's fine. Bob, what about you? The last courses you took?
Oh, I'm every year a little bit in the school. I always something to learn. Language, music, training about ships. Every year I have a little bit of school.
Okay, interesting. This is different than I expected. I finished college in 2009, so 8 years ago. So I thought that was, and since then, I haven't taken any classes. I haven't taken any classes anywhere for anything. That's strange. Okay, so interesting. But for the English language, right, or a different language?
Becky, are you finished school for the language? Yes.
Oh, the language school.
Language school. Very nice.
Perfect. In English, right?
In English, yes, of course.
All right. Perfect. Well, Ken, what about you? When was the last time you took a course?
Last year or something, I took online course.
Okay.
About 2 online courses about rock history and the Beatles. Actually,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, rock like rock music, right? I'm thinking rocks like sedimentary rocks and okay.
History of rock music. How origin, also how it did it
how it
develop.
Came to be.
Yeah, kind of the 50s, 60s, the 70s. So also some kind of professor explained not only the history but also the, I can say, technical things of the music, how such things. And if the student, anybody can take that school. I think somewhere in New York, the course offers the university. I forgot the name, but I think it's in New York. And then if the student want to get a certification, a credit,
accredited certification.
But, if they don't want to get the credit, they don't have to pay.
Wow.
Watching maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes a lecture, and then we answer the questions about it.
Okay, interesting. Well, I guess, now that you bring up online classes, I suppose I did get my TEFL certification online since I've been here in Spain. So I guess that was the last time, but that was still probably 5 years ago. Yeah, I think it was 2013. So interesting. So I'm the one that hasn't studied lately or anything.
How about you said you speak Spanish. So how
Yeah.
how you learn it? How you learn it?
Well, this goes back years. I mean, I was in elementary school when I first started kind of in classes because I thought it was fun helping my older brother learn Spanish. So after that, I did middle school, high school, college, and in high school, I came to Spain. In college, I lived in Spain for a while. So it's been many years.
Okay. Got you. Okay, I thought that you just learn Spanish when you moved to this. Okay.
No, it's been like 20 years that
and then you
that I've been studying the language.
You have your private tutor.
Well, I haven't had my husband, yes, which helps a lot. Yeah, no, I became interested in the language at a very young age and just kind of from there did what I could to continue to learn. And now, yes, being immersed here in the language and the life is a great help. It helps a lot to be here and improve my Spanish. And it gets better every day, every year. Yeah. You know, I can notice a difference. And, you know, the upper level grammar stuff is now natural for me to say. So it's cool to see how far I've come. And now, like, if I go home and I'm talking to my parents and then my husband and vice versa, it's strange to me that my parents don't understand Spanish because it's so natural for me to speak Spanish. I mean, when I'm not teaching, my life is in Spanish. So it's a huge part of my life on a regular basis. And I always speak to my husband in Spanish. You know, we send messages to each other. We speak. Anytime we speak, it's in Spanish. Yeah. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah,
nice.
It is. So, Bob, if you're looking for a nice woman to improve your English, that's the best thing you can do. Yes, of course.
Best way to learn English.
It is, honestly. You know, and it's extremely difficult, let me tell you, because there's that language barrier, the lost in translation. It's real, okay? So, you know, it takes a long time, but if the love is there, and that's all you need. So,
yes,
but yeah, it's been a challenge.
Talking about the class, I took online class, you know, the Beatles and rock.
I see the conversation over there.
You know, if I know some background information, it's easier to understand. You know, it's a lecture, but sometimes professors use a different language. But if I got background information, knowledge, yeah, it's easier to understand. Maybe if it is a physics class or mathematics class, maybe I cannot understand. But yeah.
That's true. If the information is 100% new, it's that much more difficult to learn, I think.
So sometimes knowing the context is helpful.
Even in French, for example, I was looking at something in French today, and I was looking at it. It was a calendar. I mean, a calendar is not difficult. The word December is pretty similar in all language. You're going to marry an Englishwoman. Good luck. And so December was easy to read. 2018 is easy to read. But then you get into the days of the week, and I'm like, okay, all right, we're in Europe. The calendar starts on Monday. So that L, like, because Monday in Spanish starts with an L, as it does in French, I've learned today. So it's pretty interesting, yeah, when you have the base language. And it was actually really interesting when my husband and I were in Belgium, because Belgium is divided in two parts. And one, they speak Dutch. You know, from Brussels up, they speak Dutch. And from Brussels south, they speak French. And literally, it's a huge difference. From the time that we were in Ghent, Bruges, Antwerp, then in Brussels, we went from all Dutch to then French. And it's so crazy. And the Dutch, actually, this time I was trying to understand. I told my husband I was studying. And it was really cool because it's related to German in a little bit, with some of like the word street, for example, is understandable. And I don't speak German either, but it was quite interesting to kind of, between English, German maybe, it was really quite interesting to try and understand. It was quite fun. And that's the really cool thing about languages. But if it's new, yeah, then it's difficult. So that's my experience. Have any of you ever tried to do the same thing with a different language? Is try to understand even though you have no idea and no base of that language?
Yes, and I've seen some Korean dramas, and so I noticed some Korean words sound very similar, also same meaning. But unlike Italian and Spanish, or Portuguese, I cannot understand Korean, the Chinese phonetically. But for Korean, similar sounds words in same meaning, and in Chinese pronunciation is pretty different. But some similarity because. But we share the Chinese characters, so I can understand maybe 20% of Chinese writing. Yeah, but phonetically, Chinese and Japanese is very different, and but still similar words because, yeah, no, that happened to me.
Good, that's what I like to hear. Bob or Al, have you ever had the same experience with a different language?
Yes, of course.
What language?
Germany.
Of course, I knew it was going to be German.
Germany. Before 15, 20 days, I was in Vienna, in Austria. And we speak a lot of Germany. Sometimes, of course, we speak English with young people who know English, but a little older speak Germany, but they means I know German in this situation. And one man speak with me. After 5-6 minutes, he asked me, Bob, do you understand? I said, yes, of course, but I speak in English better, much better. And I answer on the question on English. It's very interesting. I really understand Germany.
Okay.
I understand Germany, but I have not, I not learned German conversation, German grammar, and for me it's very difficult to speak German. Also, I've been in Spain many times and Italy, and I like the conversation with the Spanish people because they also like English, and this is a mix of the Spanish-English language. Gracias, salida, and many words. And after a few words, conversation is continuing on the English.
Especially on the coast, yes.
Yes.
There's so many tourists that people have to speak English.
Yes, of course.
Good, thank you, Bob. Al, what about you? Any experiences like this with language?
Right now I try to learn the Laotian, Laotian country. Yes, because we have the like Japan and Korea, they have the similar words, but yeah, Thai people and Lao people, yeah, we have some similar words as well. but a lot of words that I don't understand. So then we have like I think we have similar culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it would be nice if I can understand them everything.
Yeah.
I because you know what, Laotian, they learn Thai language, but Thai, we are Thai people. We don't know. We don't learn. You know, like you American, right? You don't learn any
Right.
yeah, like Southeast Asia, Thailand, and because Thailand, we have a better economy than Laos, so that's why Laos learn Thai language.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think we are stupid Thai people. We should learn their language too.
Well, it's just like the United States, I think right now everyone says you must speak English in the United States, but really, one, let's go back to the fact that we're all immigrants. Two, let's go to the fact that there are a lot of people who travel in the United States that are not from the United States. So,
Yeah.
you know, Spanish is a very important language in the United States, and that's for business. I guess people who are bilingual or at least have a high level of Spanish in the United States have a better opportunity for a job
That's true.
than someone who only speaks English. So, you know, it is quite important, and a lot of people don't want to have that second language as Spanish or be bilingual, but it's going to be important one day for international business, travel, things like that. So,
yeah.
Well, very good. So, yes.
I agree with you. I think people should learn more than language.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah,
here
at least.
traveling within Belgium just recently, we spoke English the entire time. It didn't matter what part of Belgium we were in. And some people had an amazing level of English, and I thought, where did you come from? Because their level is so good. They have no accent, you know, and it's so natural for them, and that happens. You know, English and their native language are the two languages that they first learn, and then on top of it, they learn another language, if not another language. So that's really what is, I think, fantastic. Plus, it opens your mind. You know, it allows you to talk to so many more people. So I think that's important. So
yeah, I like it. I like your idea. I don't like people like, oh, I have to speak only language. People have to. Did you heard about the Miss Universe recently in Thailand? You didn't read the news?
No.
Oh, okay. It's about okay. Even I live in USA, I am a citizen as well, but it's just, I think it's a shame that Miss USA she was mocking Vietnam, and
I heard about that. I didn't. So yeah. So the U.S. the Miss Universe you said was mocking a Thai.
No, Vietnamese
person. Okay.
And Cambodia. About they don't speak English.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to research that because
she said, "Wow, the Vietnamese, she tried to pretend to understand English. If you ask her, she just smiled. She went like this. USA. It just is disrespect. Disrespect. You are there, and the people speak different languages. It's normal.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And we have this bad reputation of being in the United States as far as speaking a second language. You know, it's just absolutely terrible, I think. I think we need to be more open-minded. Again, we're all immigrants. And if you go back a couple hundred years, you know, where did your family come from? What languages were they speaking? Why did they go to the United States? Because it's all about immigration and trying to have a better life for you and your family. So anyway, but let's get to subjects today, because if we don't, let me just look here, slide 1, that's what I'm looking for. So, yes, this is at the very beginning. Perfect. So, this is just a basic, explanation of the subjects. It's nothing, too difficult right now. All right. So, let's see. Bob.
Yes.
We'll go in order of name today. Okay, we'll do Bob, Al, and Ken. Okay, in that order for reading.
Yes.
So, Bob, why don't you go ahead and read the slide for us? Okay.
Yes, of course. I'm good in the reading. Read about the different subject people study at school. Number 1, chemistry. The study of elements, how they combine and react together. Second, physical education, PE, exercise and sport. Third, geography, the study of land, mountains, rivers, climate, population. And number 4, history, the study of the past.
Okay. So is there any new information for you here? Is anything new, or did you know this?
For me, not.
Okay.
Yes, I know.
All right.
Nothing.
Nothing new, Ken?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is pretty basic here, but it's still good for the vocabulary. So I want to look at the physical education, or PE. I actually would say something different when I was a kid. Does anyone know what that is?
Gymnastic?
Not gymnastic.
No, physics.
No.
Physical education.
No, that's what it is. No. This is actually gym. So Ken was close, but we would call it gym class. Okay. So that's what we would say. All right, gym class. So synonyms, sure, but yeah, basically this is pretty normal normal information here. Okay. So if there's no questions, let's go to the next one here. And L, so you're next. Oh, this is the same thing. Here we go. The next one.
Art and design, the study of painting and drawing. Math, the study of numbers and calculations. Biology, the studies of the body. Physics, the studies of heat, sound, electricity.
Okay, good. Any questions here?
No.
No? All right. So what's the difference between painting and drawing? Because a lot of people confuse this.
Painting, you have to use the brush. And drawing, normally you use pencil. Or you can use brush too, right? But just painting, drawing.
Yep. So painting, yes, you use paint, and drawing, what do you use?
Pencil.
Pencils, good. Normally pencils, I guess if you wanted, you could draw with pens, but that's, I don't think, very common. So,
professional, they can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's fine. Numbers and calculations. Perfect. All right, and so Ken, again, we have the same one. You get to read. Just read this for us, and then we'll do this all together, okay?
Okay. Look at the pictures and match them with the correct subject. Type the correct number. 1, chemistry. 2, PE. 3, geography. 4, history. A picture of particles. A picture of war. a picture of a globe, a picture of sport.
Okay. Well, now we don't have the pictures, obviously, but we can imagine a picture of particles, war, globe, and sport. Okay, so we have to use our imagination, but that's fine.
Mhm.
So chemistry, what kind of picture do you think would represent chemistry?
A picture of particles.
Yes, particles. What are particles?
Particle is a tiny something, tiny stuff.
More specifically, what is that something? So yeah, a particle is anything. Also, it's something in anything, right? Is what we could say.
Yeah, that's the anything in the world is made of particles.
Perfect. All right, good. So, what picture would represent PE?
Sport.
Mm-hmm. So, when you think of PE, what did you do in PE?
Exercise.
Exactly.
Moving.
Yep. Moving. Yep. Activities. Which is correct. Yes. I remember one day we had some free time in gym class, and the teacher said, "Okay, you have, here's some basketballs and not tennis, volleyballs and all this different equipment." He said, "Go ahead, it's free time. You can do whatever you want." And I said, "Okay." So me and my friend decided to sit down on the bench because in basketball, when people are waiting to play, they sit down on a bench, right? And so the teacher came over and said, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And we said, "We're benched." We're doing something that's related to basketball. We're benched. And he didn't like that very much, but it was quite creative, I do have to say. It was not my idea.
It's the good one.
Hey, we were participating in a type of sport activity without moving. That's all.
This is mom.
So that's probably my favorite part of gym class. But yes, okay, good. Ken, what kind of activities did you do in gym class?
Yeah, basketball, volleyball, running, and dodgeball is, especially in elementary school, dodgeball is very common. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in America, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and baseball. Baseball is not for the class, but it's popular.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Did any of you have to run? We had to run the mile. So at the beginning and the end of the school year, we had to run the mile. So did anyone have to run a mile or a kilometer?
Yeah, I
did. Okay.
We have to in the class.
Elle, what about you?
What?
In gym class.
In gym. When I was in the school, you're talking about, or right now? Okay. In gym class, we do like Japanese. What do you call it, Ken? Karate?
Yes.
Huh? Yeah.
Yes.
And karate in America.
Karate.
Okay. It's karate.
But it's Japanese style, not American style,
Yeah, I was trying to be quiet for that reason.
Yeah, I don't remember the name, but yeah, that thing we learn karate. They have so many things that you can choose, but I chose this one.
Interesting.
It's fun.
Well, good. So, with that, I'm actually just going to go down to this next. Oh, wait, we didn't finish. Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Geography. What's geography?
Yeah, globe.
A globe. And what is a globe?
Is globe is a
Question.
It's a chef.
Question.
It's a chef of the world.
Good. Yep, exactly. It's basically a round ball that represents the world and has all of the countries. It's like a round map, okay? Exactly. And then so history could be represented by war, because in all of our histories we have something that we're fighting for, right? All right, good. So back to the beginning. So Bob, could you please read this slide?
Look at the pictures and match them with the correct subject. Type the correct number. First, art and design. Second, maths. Third, biology. And fourth, physics.
Okay. So now the other parts, the pictures of
art and design is number 3, picture of drawing.
All right. So picture of drawing. Yep. Art and design. Good. What about number 2? What would number 2 be related to? A picture of
calculator.
A calculator. Very good. Biology.
Human body.
The human body. So physics is
Thailand. What is this?
Yeah, that's my next question. What is that?
Yeah.
Does anyone know what it is?
Hello.
Kind of, how can I say, circle-like thing. Circle, but not, it's not circle. Maybe like a chart in the physics, probably.
Okay. Sure. More or less. It's kind of like an electric structure. It's a tower-like structure, and they do it goes with electric cables, like the electricity lines that you see outside in the air. It's part of that. So if you look at the line, you'll see what it is. Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
Very good. All right, let's move on here. What?
New student came.
We have.
Sorry.
Hello, I'm a new one here.
Hi, Anna. Nice to meet you. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the Google Hangout. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I'm trying to use this stuff, but I needed too much time for installing this program.
That's okay. That's okay. We have 15 more minutes today, but then on Friday at the same time, we will have another class. It's dedicated to Christmas if you want to come, okay?
Of course.
So welcome. Actually, let's all of us, so your name is Anna, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And where are you from?
I'm from Serbia. That's in Europe, ex-Yugoslavia.
Interesting. Bob, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, Anna. Everybody knows where is Serbia here. I'm all members on Dintenga.
And where are you from?
Novi Sad.
Oh, Novi Sad. I am Apatin.
Apatin, Vojvodina. Oh, Viva Serbia.
Well, that's a strange encounter. I didn't expect that today.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
Well, welcome.
And also England and Japan and the United States.
In Spain. Yes.
Spain.
Elle, would you like to introduce yourself? Elle is the tan picture here.
My name is Elle. I'm originally from Thailand, but I live in USA. Basically, I'm American people now. Yeah,
that's true. Good, thank you. And then Ken.
Yes. Hello. My name is Ken, and I'm from Japan.
Oh, great.
And I'm Becky. I'm the teacher. You will see me in a little bit at the end of class. And I'm from the United States, but live in Spain.
Oh.
So we have a lot of different cultures here today, so that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So great. Well, today we're talking about different school subjects, and so this is actually one of the parts we're going to look at now. Is it says fill in the blanks to complete the school subjects. So just so you know, the school subjects we looked at were chemistry, PE, geography, history. One moment. Art and design, maths, biology, and physics. Okay. So now today is a very basic class. This is very simple vocabulary, but still it's good to practice because if we don't use something in the language, we might forget it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll have you all read. Let's see. So Anna actually gets to go first because she's in the alphabet before Bob. So fantastic. So Anna, would you like to read number 1? Then after we'll answer. Mm-hmm.
So I have to read this first sentence, but the first is blank. That and then is the study of the human body. Biology. Biology is the study of the human body.
All right. Well, good.
That's right. Okay.
Very good. That's passed. Okay. So Bob, could you read number 2, please?
Yes, geography is the study of the land, the river, mountains, climate, and population.
All right, very good. Al?
Is drawing and drawing painting. What is this?
Art and design.
Art. Okay.
The subjects are art and design.
Okay, art and design is the studies of Picasso or Delhi, for example.
Okay, good. Some good Spanish artists here. Ken, number 4, please.
I forgot. Physics.
Yeah.
Physics. Used to be called gym.
Gym, yes, or no, not there. Where is it? Here. PE, physical education.
Yeah.
Physical education, yes.
This is also a test to see who is listening or not.
We're listening, but we getting old.
Yes, you're correct. I'm sorry. So yes, so I'm sorry, Ken, could you read that again?
Okay. Physical education is the study of sports and exercise.
Very, very good. So Anna, could you read the next one?
History is the study of the past.
Wow.
Fantastic. Very good. See, she didn't even see the beginning part of class and she knows all of the answers.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you. Bob, what's next?
Mathematics is the study of the numbers and calculations.
That is true. Yes. L?
Physics is the studies of heat, sound, and electricity.
Very good. And Ken?
Chemistry is the study of elements, how they combine and react together.
All right. Well, very good. Everyone was listening. So that's actually, yeah. And I'm actually going to go down to this last page here. So there's a little question here. It says, write what we're going to talk about, what you remember doing at school in these different subjects. What I want to actually do is for you to tell me your favorite subject in school when you were younger, or now, I suppose, and why. Okay, so do I have a volunteer to start?
Okay, can't do it.
Okay, go ahead.
I think art is a language, right? Language is include art.
In this one, not exactly. I don't think language really is in any of these, but sure, if you want to talk about language, that's fine.
Okay.
These are just ideas.
Language is use the past simple tense, right?
Oh,
Just
you
in
don't.
the
Yeah,
past.
this is more for an exercise, but yeah, if you want, you could. Yeah, talking about the past.
Okay. When I was young, I like people. I like to see people speak English, and I thought one day I could speak like they do. I could speak like they do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a very good goal as a child. That's perfect. So where did you see English? What's your first memory of English?
When I think in primary school or secondary school. In Thailand we learn English we have to learn English when you turn to secondary school.
Okay.
Yeah. I learned from Thai teacher. That's why I have to. When I came here, I thought, I have enough English, but no, it wasn't. They don't speak like people in Thailand speak. I have to fix my pronunciation, everything. Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you learn a language in your own country versus in a different country. The same thing happened to me. So very good. Thank you, Elle. Anyone else who wants to talk about their favorite subject growing up?
The English to me, and actually now finally elementary school English education has started in Japan, but before that English education starts from middle school. So, but before before that, when I was a small kid, while I was playing my American relatives, they were bilingual at that time. So they could switch languages from Japanese to English, freely. So I was surprised. Also, I thought they were cool, changing language. Also, English sounds cool to me. So I start mimicking English sounds. Also, my parents gave my siblings to kind of records and kind of English study materials. Sometimes I played the record to mimic the sound, but I didn't know the meaning so much. And then I began to be crazy about the rock music, and
Okay.
I sang the English songs. I just mimic, because without mimicking Japanese pronunciation cannot apply to English sounds, so it cannot fit to the melody. So that's the starting point of the English. I'm in an English study.
Okay, the English obsession, maybe.
That's right.
Like, it sounds very similar to my Spanish obsession. Is when I was younger, I started, like I said, listening to my brother and helping him study, and then I would invent words that sounded Spanish, but obviously weren't. And I remember I invented a name, which was caña, because I thought it was really beautiful, and it turns out it's beer. It's a small beer in Spanish. So I was inventing words that eventually I would love. But yes, so very similar, really cool. Good. Anna, what about you? Any favorite school subjects?
My favorite school subject is also English, also English. And right now when I'm a mom, I'm learning my children English and German. So they are practicing those two foreign languages with me, and that's it.
That's really good.
Yes, I realized during my life that knowing foreign languages is very important, more important than any other skills that you have. I think that any other skills you can achieve in a short period, but languages is something that you should learn in a long period of time. And then if there is an opportunity to go in a foreign country, you can, how should I say, you can find your way really fast. And with a good knowledge of language, you can learn something to work. So I think that you all understood what I wanted to say with
Yes.
Yes, we did. Very good. Thank you. And Bob, what about you?
Oh, yes. Interesting story. I have one objection here.
Oh.
Where is the music, Becky?
Ah.
The music is very important in the our life. You say I'm all my life in the music.
Okay, yes. Well, language isn't in here anyway, so that's fine. Go ahead. Yep,
Yeah.
abstract. Yep.
Yes, I played guitar at my 5 years old, and in the school, I remember my favorite subject is guitar, and I here start to study music and also English language because when I was in the primary school, I'm in the class on the Russian classroom. I should at that time to learn Russian, but
Wow.
Me too.
you too. And my teacher said, I said to teacher, no Russian. Why not? Because I like the music and music will be my professional and this is impossible. I like Russian. I don't mind.
Okay.
But
Well,
and I start learn English at my 9 years old in the primary school.
perfect. It sounds like all of us are very happy with learning a language, and music is also a type of language. So
yes.
wonderful. Well, yes, I think we're all very similar in that regard then. So perfect. Well, good. Well, I'm glad we could all share experiences and that we all have the same love for another language. So very good. I do want to talk about Friday's class. Friday we'll do some Christmas stuff, okay, as I celebrate Christmas. And then on Monday there's not class because it is Christmas and I'm taking the day off. So we'll have class next week on Wednesday and Friday, okay, at the same time as normal on Wednesdays and Fridays have been from 3 to 4 in Spain, okay. And that's about it. So Anna, I'd like to ask, do you have any specific questions? You got in okay now. Will you be able to do that again?
This Friday I cannot.
Okay.
I'm going on a trip, but maybe next week when I'm not so busy with family activities and so on. So
Perfect.
maybe in the future I will follow your notifications. So you say that your classes are 2 times a week on Wednesdays and on Fridays.
This month is a little crazy because of the holidays. Normally it's Monday at 1 o'clock in Spain and Wednesdays are 3 to 4. Normally those are the 2 days that I do the classes. But like I said, Fridays this month only because of the holidays.
Okay, but will you keep on going? Keep on going on with this class in the future?
Yes.
Because I will have more time from middle of January.
Perfect. Yep. I think I've been doing these classes for 3.5 years and we will continue. I don't think there's an end. I don't know if there's an end. So so Ken has put in the Intengo website. We also have a Facebook if you'd like to join, and that's where I put the classes. It's Intengo.
Okay, where is link for Facebook, for your Facebook page?
Can I ask my assistant Ken to add that?
Yeah, kind of. You can check the schedule in this link. And now new people cannot register the.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But Becky posted a direct link of Hangout in Intenga Facebook group. So yeah, you can enter the class via Facebook, I guess. If you cannot register the Intenga site now.
Yes, and I'm going to the computer because I have the system open. It's going a little slower. than I'd like, but I can, if you wait just a moment, I think what I'm going to do is copy and paste. Okay, so that's what I have when I go to Facebook, the Intenga page. Okay, and that's where I post. Normally 20 to 30 minutes before the class, I'll post on Facebook the link to this class. Okay, so perfect. Very good. Well, thanks, Jen. It was great meeting you. We hope to see you again. Enjoy the holidays, and everyone else, I'll see you on Friday, okay, to talk about Christmas.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Have a great day, everybody.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.